Give me a couple keys for the Oilers for this third period.
Struggling defensively, and I don't think that's gonna change. We just need to put more shots on net. Like this period, I wanna look at the stats because this period we did not put a lot of shots on net
Mhm.
as much as we needed to. I don't know if you can see. We currently have 17. They have 24. Welcome back, everybody, to the Brothers in the Box. I am Ishan here with Ilias. What an exciting playoff so far.
Yeah, I think we've been really blessed to see some really fun hockey the last week. I said this at the last pod that we would have a playoff team that would be done, or a playoff matchup that would be done. And lo and behold, the Carolina not Panthers, bro. I've been watching too much football. The draft was this week, but the Carolina Hurricanes move on and the Colorado Avalanche move on. Shout out Chris, the fakest Leafs fan in the world. Jumped on the Avs bandwagon as fast as possible.
I think, okay, in my opinion, if your team is not in the playoffs, I understand hopping on a bandwagon of another team, but at least do it for like an underdog. Like go root for.
Go for Anaheim.
Oh God, bro, go root for Utah.
Yeah.
There's no need to like the Avs aren't a team that you
Go root for
maybe
go root for the Penguins.
I mean, good win from Sidney Crosby.
Yeah. It's going to be a little bit of a different format. Today we are recording in the middle of Game 4 of the Edmonton-Anaheim series. Currently, it is the end of the first period, and Anaheim is losing 2-0 at home. Goals from Kasperi Kapanen and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The way we're going to format this podcast, and this comes courtesy of Ishan, is in the breaks, we're going to be filming. So we'll give you a little recap of what happened in the period. We'll talk about the other series, and then we'll take a break. We'll watch period 2 after this, and then we'll come back and after period 3 and recap the game and give you guys a preview of what's happening tomorrow and the rest of the week. So if you want to watch along with us and you want to listen to the podcast in the middle of the game, play the first period, put on the podcast, then we'll have a break and watch the second period and so on and so forth. But I really liked what I saw from the Oilers at the beginning. They came out really strong, silenced the crowd in Orange County. Big difference from what we saw in Game 3. I didn't really like how they ended the period.
I agree. I think we kind of, I don't know what it is about the Oilers, but they get too comfortable a lot of the time and they just sit back and, let those shots happen. I mean, Tristan Yari played amazing in the first period.
I think he was very good.
Made some very key saves.
I'm not 100% on board with the move to move away from Connor Ingram, but we have to keep in mind that Tristan Yari has 2 rings.
I mean, if he keeps playing how he plays in the first period, I could see him getting the start.
I'm happy to ride. I think that the Oilers have also kind of settled down a little bit more defensively. We've been a little bit, especially to start the game, we were a little bit more poised defensively. There weren't too many flurries of shots. I think until the 8-minute mark, the Anaheim Ducks were kept to 3 shots.
Yep.
So good work from them. The penalty that was drawn, that Curtis Lazar drew, I don't think that was a penalty.
He got him like it was a lot of embellishment.
It was I think he should have gone for embellishment, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna complain exactly. I think the Oilers need to settle down again, control the pace of the game, play the game that they want to play. I know it's gonna be a little bit difficult finding those matchups, and we've seen that Quenneville has already exploited some matchups, like matching up their top line against our fourth line, but I really like the lines that we're running today. I think moving RNH down, even if you play him in the fourth line as a center, I think that gives a lot of center depth. And Isha and I were talking about this during the game, but I think that Jason Dickinson is back and he gives a lot of depth and presence to the Oilers, especially defensively, not to mention the fact that he was the one who set up the go-ahead goal.
Yeah, like it was a nice play. He dropped it up to Wallman, and then Wallman just on net, and Kasperi Kapanen just buried it. That presence of like just giving it to guys that like Wallman hasn't been too influential this series, and giving it to him to make a play. It worked. We came out on top in the first period, and he's a huge part of that. And I think the main aspect that he brings is that defensive side, and also on the penalty kill is huge.
Yeah.
Not having Henrique obviously is definitely hurting us. But no, I'm very excited to see what he can do in the second period as well.
Yeah. And it's important to keep in mind that this Ducks team isn't going to go away. quietly. We saw the resilience that they have in Game 3. The Oilers were in this place before, up 2-0 going into the second. And it's really going to be about whether this experience that they've garnered over the last 2 or 3 years can come through. And Chris Knoblauch has been better in games 4 to 7, but that shouldn't discredit what this young Ducks team has been able to do to the Oilers.
Yeah, I think
And it's raised a lot of questions.
they have a lot of offensive firepower. There are a lot of young guys that can shoot the puck. That I don't know if you guys did watch the first period. Cutter Gauthier missed like a wide open end. That's not going to happen twice.
No.
Like we
He
have
scored
to keep,
41 goals for a reason.
yeah, like we have to keep in mind that this team is nasty and they are going to do whatever they can to bring themselves back in this game. But we just have to shut them down defensively.
Yeah. So just quickly before we go back to watching the second period, Ishan and I have decided to give a couple of awards for each of the series that take place. And now that the Carolina Sens series sweep is over, we'll give our awards. So Ishan, would you like to announce our MVP?
Yeah, our MVP from the Carolina Sens series is Taylor Hall.
Absolutely.
On the
100%. That line was absolutely fantastic.
most impactful player on the winning team. He played amazing. He brought out what I did not think he had in him, but yeah, I think they're a big piece of why they won that series.
Oh, 100%. And that line, that second line of Blake, Hall, and Stankoven is going to be extremely scary.
Yeah, even like Stankoven is ripping it as well. You saw Jackson Blake make some good plays here and there. But Taylor Hall definitely stepped up.
Yeah. Okay, so our next player is going to be the least impactful player on the winning team. And for me, that was Svechnikov. No points. He did have a physical presence, but the level of player that he is, I expect him to be a little bit more active, especially getting on the board and making plays. And I just didn't see that from him. He wasn't driving action as much as you would have liked, and especially playing on the top line with Aho and with Jarvis. Those are top level guys, and to not have the numbers when guys like Aho and Jarvis are producing shows a discrepancy in your game, and to me signals the fact that you weren't what you could have been.
Yeah, I think I don't exactly know where he got slotted up to the first line because I know Ehlers was out in that last game. But yeah, he definitely. I think he tried to make those plays happen. He shot a couple times, but yeah, he definitely needs to step it up going into the winner of Philly and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and then our most impactful player on the losing team is going to be Linus Ullmark. This guy, he left his team high and dry in the middle of the season, or during the season. But might I just add that had the defense not been so thin and possibly the offense been a little bit more cohesive and some of these key players that should have stepped up, I think they could have given Carolina a real challenge. But this is the world that we live in, and unfortunately, they got swept.
They did. And a big part of that was because of our least impactful player, possibly two that we included was
I want to call this the Ghost Award.
Tim Stützle and Brady Tkachuk. I think Tim Stützle was a little bit more just not fully there in the series.
You know what he reminded me of? Mitch Marner on the Leafs.
Yeah.
Because it just his demeanor completely changed. And to make a point for Brady, I don't think a captain should ever be showing the body language in a game 3 when you're down 0-2 and you still have a chance to win when the game is 2. You should never be slamming doors, yelling at your team, like picking fights with guys that you don't need to pick fights with.
Yeah,
and I get that it's his job to kind of set the tone for the team, and that's the style of play that he enjoys playing and he's good at. But at some point, as a captain, you got to step up and make a different choice.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think he is a captain that is physical and, tries to, set the tone. And I liked how he set the tone at the start of the series. He dropped the gloves with Stahl. He did his part, but I just don't think he carried that through. I don't think he led his team to where they wanted to be. And obviously that resulted in them getting swept.
Yeah, and Stützle just wasn't driving play enough like he was during the regular season. Just a poor showing from the Sens overall.
Yeah.
I know that their defense was a little thin. Sanderson got hurt at the end and they were dealing with some injuries, but
and obviously, Carolina is a very good team. They have a lot of threats, and it's a difficult matchup to go against. But I think they could have won at least 1 or 2 more games.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, they just got handled by Carolina.
Anyways, we're gonna get back to watching the Oilers game. The second period had just started. Feel free to tune in after this.
Okay, we are back. Not the second period we wanted.
I mean, what we said basically happened. If we didn't lock them down defensively and we took unnecessary penalties, I think even on the PK, we're just struggling.
They scored 2 power play goals, and by they I mean the Ducks. Cutter Gauthier with a really nice goal.
I don't even hate that,
Impossible
like,
angle.
such a nasty goal.
Goal scorer's goal. Nothing Jari could do about it. Then Zach Hyman took, in my opinion, not the greatest of penalties. He kind of opened up Bennett Seneke, and it looked like it could have been a lot worse than it was. I'm glad that Seneke didn't get hurt in the process, but nonetheless, we did take a penalty, and then really good feed from Leo Carlson to Mikkel Granlund for basically a wide open shot, and he could have picked anywhere coming downhill on Tristan Jarry. So, Ishan, give me a couple keys for the Oilers for this third period.
Honestly, like, if I'm being honest, we're struggling defensively, and I don't think that's gonna change. We just need to put more shots on net. Like, this period, I wanna look at the stats because this period we did not put a lot of shots on net as much as we needed to. I don't know if you can see. We currently have 17. They have 24. In terms of shots per period, though, do you know where we could check that possibly?
Just checking. I think on the NHL app, should be able to see shots per period, the shot breakdown. No, but I agree. I think
Here, I got it. Yeah, 9 in the first period from the Oilers, 13 from the Ducks in the first period, and then 8 this period, and then 11 from the Ducks this period, 17 in total for the Oilers, 24 in total for the Ducks. It's just not good enough. We shouldn't be getting outshot from this team.
Yep. I 100% agree.
This third period, we need to outshoot them, and that's how we win the game.
Yeah, I think I could see another big goal from the Draisaitl line.
Definitely.
I could see Pod scoring.
Yeah, I want the Oilers to look like they want to win this game, and that
And they
second
and they
period
did at the beginning of the first, and then after that it just hasn't.
after honestly that first goal,
Yeah.
after like Kapanen scored that goal, they settled into the game. They had a nice power play goal, and then they just haven't
They've tried to just coast.
like honestly, I think this team wants to lose in round one. I don't see the drive to win this series.
Yeah.
But if it's something, like rest this year, we'll bounce back next year. Like you get one chance at the cup this year, and getting out of this first round is going to be huge for them. Frankly, I don't trust the Oilers to win this series if they lose today.
No, I don't either. Let's shift to another sweep that happened today. The Avs sent Kopitar into retirement. Dominant series again by the Avs. Just both sweeps were really dominant.
I'll give it to LA though. I think there was there a lot of games they were in it. Like there was close games.
I think there was 3 out of the 4 games were 1-goal games, other than an empty net in game 3. But I would consider that a 1-goal game.
Yeah, this game was 5-1, but the last few games, empty net in game 3, 4-2,
and then game 1 and 2 were 2-1 for Colorado.
1 in overtime.
Still, I don't think the score does it justice, and I think that our most impactful player on the losing team was a huge factor in that. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it was Anton Forsberg.
Yeah,
He played an amazing series. He really kept LA in it. There's a lot of times where, and I know that LA is a defensive-minded team and they play a trap a lot of the time, but Forsberg came up really big. Is Kemper hurt?
I'm pretty sure Kemper's hurt.
Okay,
That's why he played.
Not their number one goaltender, and I think he stepped up and did a lot more than what was asked of him at the moment, and for that he earns the most impactful player on the losing team award. More MVP though, John.
Our MVP on the losing team?
No, just for the series.
Overall MVP, Scott Wedgewood. I think you said he averaged a 9.5.
He did average a 9.5.
That's very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. And to think that this guy was a backup goaltender.
Yeah.
Who is he playing on the Nashville Predators?
He was playing on the Preds, yeah.
And then he got moved to, Colorado. Obviously, Blackwood dealt with injuries. Just, like, huge season from him, and he's carried that through to the playoffs.
Yeah, and he just really held down the fort for them. Like, they did get peppered a little bit, weathered the storm, and he came up big, making some key saves in the overtime win and really fielding the flurries at the end of the game where they had to hold on during those empty nets or during those breakaways that LA had gotten and ultimately couldn't convert on. Our least impactful player on the Avs was Shushkin. He averaged less than a shot a game. The offensive firepower wasn't there. I don't know how many hits he registered, but I don't think it was too many.
I think it was, like, 3 or 4.
Okay, so 1 hit a game. He wasn't impactful.
Yeah, it's just as simple as
That
that, like
he just didn't provide the spark that he normally does, and I look to see that changing in
Oh,
the next round.
oh, no, sorry. He had 2 hits the whole series,
2 hits, okay.
2 blocks the whole series,
Okay.
and 3 shots on goal the whole series.
Yeah, so lackluster numbers for him. I don't know what his plus minus was during
Uh,
the series, but
he wasn't good, he wasn't bad, he was at a 0.
okay, so I think that 0 shows you how impactful he was. Unimpactful. If he skated, it wouldn't have mattered. But moving on to our Ghost Award, Drew Doughty.
Yeah, I feel like this was coming. You saw it at Olympics.
He looked
He's
like a sleeper agent
he's
for Colorado in Game 1.
he's
Yeah.
old. He's old, he's out of his prime, and, like, you hate, like, seeing that because he was a good player. He was. He led his team to, a Stanley Cup. It's just unfortunate to see how obviously age gets the best of a lot of NHL players.
Mhm.
Some NHL players persevere through it. You see Sid the Kid, you see Ovi. But even Ovi, and he's old now,
But
possibly gonna
I
retire
don't
soon.
know. I would say Ovi is in a different class than Drew Doughty
No,
is.
definitely. But all year round, he hasn't stepped up, and
He was a liability defensively, I would say.
he was, and that Kopitar retirement should speak huge numbers to him because his time is coming soon.
Yeah. Just to recap for today, Sunday, the Habs Lightning series is now tied. Buffalo absolutely embarrassed Boston.
I was so surprised at that score. I was not
Embarrassed.
expecting them to win 6-1.
Swayman got pulled.
Swayman did get pulled, yeah.
And
Korpisalo got his first
and he lost
minutes.
it. And he lost it on the bench.
Really?
Yeah, he was yelling at the team because they for a defensive minded team, and I know that Boston takes pride in their ability to defend, especially with their big back end non-existent today.
Well, I mean, you look at I'm looking at the goals right now, and
6
3
goals and they weren't even from their big guys.
yeah, and 3 tip-ins.
Yeah.
Bowen Byram scored, which I'm guessing was from the point. So 4, possibly, yeah, 4 out of the 6 goals, like, from the point, either a tip or just screens in front. Those are things that defensemen need to do, and that's, like, they need to cover those bases. The goalie can't really do it. Like, I don't know how to explain this to people, but goalies can't do anything about tips, like,
Yeah.
they make the saves. If you're not putting a body in front, or you're not, making sure the opposing player is like, it's impossible for them to get a stick on it, then, that puck can go anywhere, and you can't make that reactionary save. You can make it every now and then, and it's gonna be a huge highlight, but that can't happen for 3 goals.
Yeah, and 12 out of the 18 guys on Buffalo had a point today, registered a point.
That's insane depth. And you look at like 2, like, very impactful players, Matthias Samuelsson and Rasmus Dahlin, both no points.
No points left off the score sheet. Not for a lack of trying, I'm sure, but
Tage
it
Thompson
just
only had an assist.
it shows that their depth has come up big, and guys with playoff experience like Alex Tuck have shown up when it matters.
He's leading the way. He has 6 points currently in the series, not too far back from leading the points race. I believe Duchene and Taylor Hall are leading it right now, but yeah, I mean, very big performance from him.
Yeah. Okay, listen, guys. We are going to go watch the third period. We will be back after the game is over, whether that it ends in regulation, whether it ends in OT. We will be back after the game. We'll recap the game for you guys, set up the next week and what it's going to look like in the NHL. Maybe go over the Raps who have tied the series, or maybe a little bit of a Lakers in 5 action. But we will be back soon. So Ishan and I have just come back, and the Oilers lost 4-3 in overtime. Folling scored the goal. We both agree that the call on the ice was no goal. And yet, when it came to it, the refs came together, changed the call on the ice, and then we had a good goal.
That determined the goal.
There was nothing conclusive, in my opinion. The skate was covering the puck. There's some, you can micro-examine it and say, oh, there's this angle, that angle.
You can say that, oh, according to like how long the puck is and everything, it basically did cross the line. But the hard truth of it is you can't see the puck cross the line fully. There's
And
no
therefore
visual.
inconclusive. So whatever the call on the ice was gonna stand.
And that's what happens.
It's embarrassing for the league for calls like this to be made, but at the end of the day, the Oilers put themselves in this position.
There's you can blame the refs, you can blame whoever. The Oilers, yeah, they put themselves in this position. They fell asleep. That first period, they started off strong, and then they just decided to play passively. And that continued into the second period. And like we said, the Ducks came right back. And then in the third period, they need to step it up. That penalty kill looked really nice, and then
The power play looked really good. Bouchard had a very nice snipe.
and then let another one go.
Can we please drug test Jeff VL?
Well, this guy,
He's having a Cassian type run. I swear.
this guy's had the best series of his life.
I've never seen him play so well. First of all, I didn't even know who he was before the series started, but
No, because Jack Michaels, if you guys did watch the Oilers broadcast, Jack Michaels talked about both coaches, VL and Szymanski, both playing, and VL has been amazing. Like this Ducks fourth line, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it was too hard coming into the playoffs,
Nope.
and now it's like stepped up. We've talked about the depth and how important it is in the playoffs, and the depth for Anaheim is clutched up. They've shut down McDavid. They've, let a little bit of more production for the Draisaitl line. I think that's definitely been our best line of the series. Having Dickinson back is nice as well, but it wasn't enough.
nope, it was not enough. I think our worst player was Wellman tonight.
I would agree with you there.
I really didn't like his game. He was playing scared the whole game. And then the puck that VL scored to tie up the game went off of his body and dropped down right to VL. So not unfortunate. Not unfortunate. The Ducks have earned this 3-1 lead. I fully expect them to win on Tuesday and now put us out of our misery. And I welcome it.
Yeah, get it done now rather than later because this team is not beating the Avs.
No,
This team probably won't beat the Mammoth or Vegas.
no.
They're just Draisaitl, McDavid. Everyone on the team doesn't like themselves, and I think
Except for a few guys. I really like the play of Podkolzin. I've really liked Kapanen, Roslovic, Dickinson, Murphy, and that's about it.
I think Savoy's had some good plays as well.
He's still too jumpy. I know he's a rookie, but
he's very hardworking though.
you know what the problem is, Ishan? I'll tell you what the problem is. The Iceman isn't on the roster,
Okay.
and that's your problem right there.
Put Max Jones on the roster.
You know,
I don't care how injured
the
he
glue
is.
guy.
The glue guy needs to bring the glue back to the team. No, honestly, just take a nice long off season. Work on all of your guys' games.
Let McDavid go sit in the sun in Cancun for 2 months.
No, let Stan Bowman cook up some trades to trade
No,
Mercer with him.
no. Get rid of Knobloch. Get rid of Bowman.
Honestly, I don't think it's crazy to get rid of Knobloch.
I don't think it is.
You can go to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals. You lost twice. And then it's not gonna happen, but it probably will. Losing round one, that's a horrible look. Especially
And
after
the worst regular season we've had in the last couple years.
And let's just be completely honest with ourselves. It's crazy to say that honestly, I'm as much as I want McDavid to stay, I feel bad for him. Like he took a pay cut of $12.5 million. We had enough money to move around, and
I think he could have gotten 20 million somewhere.
no, I think any team in their right mind would have paid him much more than Kaprizov. He could have gone elsewhere, and he decided to run it back in Edmonton, and this is not good enough. We have 2 more seasons with him. Stan Bowman, you have most likely an entire offseason to cook up whatever you need to try and make something happen, but changes need to happen, both in the players, most likely in the coaching, just everywhere. But yeah, it's unfortunate of how the Oilers season is most likely going to end, but that's what the playoffs are for. It's for young and exciting teams to upset the Western Conference Final champs.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow we have Vegas in Utah. Utah is up 2-1, and we have Pittsburgh in Philly. Philly is up 3. Big game tomorrow for Pittsburgh. I am not surprised if Philly wins tomorrow.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Secretly hoping for Philly to have a little bit of a collapse.
It'll help the bracket out.
I'm
Actually,
not I'm not the I'm not the biggest Tocchet fan.
I just realized our brackets are both cooked.
Oh, they're can.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Tocchet fan. I'm not the biggest Zegers fan either.
No, I don't mind Zegers.
I don't like Zegers. I think Sid deserves one more run. I don't think they make it past Carolina, but
This is probably, I mean, we said this last time they're in the playoffs, but this is probably his last time being in the playoffs. He'll most likely play high level hockey again. There's a lot of opportunities to. His career's not done. You could see him at the Olympics in 4 years, yeah?
yeah, maybe
Like
at a
as like a third
third
liner?
or fourth liner.
That's
Yeah,
that's still insane though.
it is.
Yeah, I don't think he'll age as badly as Drew Doughty did.
No,
But
the Wild and Habs series both are going to be amazing to watch this next week. I think both of them are going 7 games. I still have the Canadians winning in 7 because they will.
unfortunate how that is. We love to see Canadian teams advance, but all the Canadian
They're
teams
going to
are
be
gonna
the
bounce
only
in the
no,
first.
they're going to be the only Canadian
That's
team that
insane. All the Canadian teams bounce in the first round.
it's the Bettman master plan.
It is.
Dallas will win though in 7 in OT.
I'm being completely honest.
In triple OT, I'm calling it now. In triple OT.
I'm being honest. As much as I hate as much as I like Tampa, now that the Oilers are basically out, it would be nice to see the Abs make a little bit of a run.
The Habs,
The
not the
Habs.
Abs.
Habs, sorry. Montreal. I would love to see them make a little bit of a run. They're an exciting team to watch.
They're an excited team.
Tampa will make do with them.
If the Oilers lose on Tuesday, I'm fully hopping on the Ducks bandwagon though.
I think we both have teams in the playoffs currently that we both really like. At least likes the Ducks.
The Ducks make it to the Stanley Cup playoffs. I will buy. You can choose the player,
Okay.
and I'll buy their jersey on the Ducks.
VO.
Jeff VL. You know what? That's so tough. That's so tough. I'm gonna buy the retro. I'm already envisioning it. The retro blacked out duck with VL on the back.
Jeff VO, no hate, you look like an alien, bro.
No, he does look like an alien. No, hate intended.
No diss, bro. No, I'll do the same thing. I'm a big Utah Mammoth fan. I like their team. I like their players. You can also choose. No, actually not.
No, I was gonna get an Ian Cole jersey.
Oh, sleeper agent for the Oilers.
Yeah.
I would love that. But yeah, Utah Mammoth jersey for me. Anaheim jersey for Elias. Let's move on to our players of the week.
Wait, actually, I want to find a better player though. I feel like Ian Cole isn't disgraceful enough. Maybe like Logan O'Brien.
Bro, at least give me someone that I know, bro.
Or yeah, I think
Logan O'Brien. That's so horrible, bro.
or maybe like a Nate Schmidt.
I don't mind that.
Really?
I don't mind Nate Schmidt. He was pretty good.
Or a John Marino jersey.
Give me a Boston Kraus jersey.
No, I don't want to give you a Kraus jersey. I feel like that's too nice. That's too
He's
nice. Barrett Hayton, a Hayton jersey.
No, I don't like Keaton.
That'd be hilarious.
Bro, give me a Gunther jersey.
No,
The Gunner.
the Gunner.
Or a Keller jersey.
A Brandon Tanev. Okay, let's move on. Our player of the week is none other than the MVP of the Carolina Sens sweep series, Taylor Hall, #1 overall pick, by the way. 2 goals, 5 assists, 4 games played. Absolute stud, like we said at the beginning of the episode. Proven why he was a #1 pick back in the day, and so badly aged for the Oilers, but it is what it is. And then our honorable mention, Ishan.
Matt Duchene had some big plays. A game-tying goal in game 3.
Yes.
I believe power play goal. He's had a few assists here and there. He has 2 goals, 5 assists in 4 games played. Two big vets stepping up for their teams when it matters, both with that experience. But we'll leave it at that.
No, we won't.
What else did you want to discuss?
OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5.
Bro thinks he's shining short.
No, but the prophecy is real. LeBron is come out of the retirement home and he's dropping numbers like he's in his 30s.
Dropping 8 turnovers.
Today, sure.
No, but he has been amazing all series. So is Luka Doncic, like,
Luka will be back.
for Game 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Luka is
I mean,
out till...
they've done enough to get there.
Yeah,
They've done enough to get there.
Austin Reeves is questionable for Game 5. Yeah. Game 5. Another little series that we like going on right now. Raps won 2 at home, so they tied up the series.
Yes.
Against the Cavs are going back to Cleveland for Game 5. Both Lakers and Raptors are playing on Wednesday. Hopefully they can go up in...
Make a little magic in Cleveland and go up 3-2.
I think both opposing teams, Barn, I think they're playing in... the Raptors are playing in Cleveland. The Lakers are playing in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the Lakers in 5 prophecy will be fulfilled.
Guarantee you, it'll actually be insane. The crowd's gonna go crazy.
It is. Guys, enjoy the elimination games that are going to happen this week. Playoff hockey and playoff basketball will continue to be exciting. Shout out Kenyon Sadiq being drafted 16th overall in the NFL draft. One more spot and he would have dropped to the Lions. I just wanted to say that, but he didn't. I really wanted him. He was my favorite tight end coming out of Oregon.
Okay, shout him out.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's fine.
I'm still gaining my NFL knowledge. Do you think it's crazy to say that we can guarantee the viewers or the listeners that there will be a elimination, like another series eliminated on Tuesday?
Yes. By Tuesday, there'll be another team eliminated from
So there's a
Stanley Cup
possibility
Playoffs.
if the Flyers don't get it done tomorrow, then the Ducks can get it. Or no, sorry, Buffalo can get it done at 4:30.
Yeah.
And then the Ducks can get it. Maybe we might have 3 series that have been done, and then the Ducks will get it done at 7.
Next week, we will be recording with the Edmonton Oilers no longer in the playoffs. I'm just putting it out there. But with that, we will leave you. Have a good evening and enjoy the rest of the week.